However, there is something we need to do before we play any other game tonight. And that is get mentally pooped on. Not physically, not into that kind of thing. If you are, do what you gotta do. We gotta get pooped on again. Season 21, I do believe, with the Goons coming up. 4 out of 5 President's Trophies. No cups. Philadelphia's won 3 Stanley Cups in a row. We have yet to lose any of our core players to retirement, but regression is certainly going to be a thing. We're running out of time, guys. I think probably by the end of this week. Like, heading into the next week, we're going to be on a new challenge. We are that close to the end of this. That close. Let's go through another draft. One of our final drafts we will ever go through. Let's see what we can do with pick number 28. And let's hope there's not a player in this draft that decides to glitch the damn board out. That would be nice. To not have to restart the game 4 times. Time's flying. Come on, Goons. Pretty much, man. We have been breezing through this. Hello, Reese Lindros. And we really have been breezing through this. Like, I can't say it hasn't been fun. We just haven't gotten the results that we were hoping for. You know? Undrafted challenge, right? I think that's what I'm leaning towards is, yes, the undrafted challenge, and we'll see what happens. The only question in that undrafted challenge is going to be, what do we do in terms of the quality of the draft? I think we leave it, because we've seen undrafted players. We at least leave it for like the first 10, 15 years in terms of not upping the draft class quality. I think we could make it without that. Now in this draft, we got Grant Stevenson. What do we have for the defense? A lot of options here. Brady Rogalski. Not bad. 3 years out. Aino Juntanen. A- physical. I like that. And Kari. Not bad. Matti Hakkarainen. 1 year out at a medium 4. Interesting. Interesting. Ross is a gem, but I don't trust it. How about just a regular Draft to Glory? I mean, I don't want to do back-to-back Draft to Glories, you know? Damn, there are some good players here. That's going to be a tough choice. It looks like we're taking a defenseman this round. Unless there's someone crazy good here in the first, or here for the forwards. Albert Lee is... Ooh. Michalski. I'd go for Lees over Michalski or Michalski. Tallinder. This might be the one time I actually complain about having a lot of different people to draft from. This is going to be a really tough choice. Damn. This is going to be a really tough choice. Give us Mike. We'll probably get back to Milbury mode. We'll get back to Nations at some point as well. You gotta figure, it's only March. I got a couple more franchise series that we can run before we'd ever have to worry about 22, so let's see what we can do. For now, I am focused on this draft. Do Boston. Maybe wait until that 2K10 with modern day rosters. Albert Lees is a very interesting player. Especially if he's a high-rated grinder. Again, Tallinder's not that bad. I'd rate Kemp over him, though. Then there's McCabe with his 3 Bs. I'd give it to Kemp over McCabe. And then Pickenen. Will you jump on... I mean, AJ, let's be honest. I might have to handle the Seattle Kraken's NHL debut like I did with Vegas and just say, fuck it, there's no point. Because everyone's gonna be like, no disrespect to friends of mine like Tactics, maybe even X-Tech, probably Johnny as well, 2BC. I won't call Johnny a friend of mine, but hey, in terms of like the big names within the franchise community being the Seattle Kraken when you first can, I wouldn't be surprised. So it's like, do I want to do that or not? Like, at least immediately? I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I prefer Albert Lees to Keith Kemp. There's just something about him. I know Lees might have a worse potential. So if we take a forward, we're taking Lees. Defenseman, however. This is a real tough call. I'd take Mankari over Rogalski, even though Rogalski might have the better potential. I should be able to get one of those three, though, in the second round. Only reason I'm interested in this guy is what if he is an enforcer? Just because of his size. But he could equally be a DFD. I think, honestly, this comes down to these two players. Matti Hakkarainen will probably be, it says he's 1 year out, so he's probably a 73, 74. Or we take Albert Lees, where it's claiming, now it's completely unfounded, but he could be a 1-year ETA. I think we're going to have to take Hakkarainen. He's not going to have the potential that we want, but I mean, there's no denying we could take that defenseman. He's the best rated dude. And if we do take that defenseman, if we lose one of our big four, he gets to be the fill-in. Because we really don't have a safety net on defense now outside of LaBarbera. We have to take that defenseman. Let's do it. So congratulations to the Finn, Matti Hakkarainen. You get to join the Goons, buddy. Congratulations. And I nailed it. He's a 73 overall. I mean, significantly better than the pick that came before him, so we did pretty well. Admittedly, though, if there's a low elite, Untonen was a low 4, so I'm glad we avoided him. Carson was ineligible. Jackson. I don't even think I looked at Griffin Jackson yet. So that's just someone who was off the board before I had the chance to get him. Low elite power forward would have been nice. Guevara, Talinder. Lindros wasn't that bad. Tampa lost to Detroit. They did! I mean, I can't laugh. Like, the Bruins lost to Detroit all the time last year, so... That's what happens when you save one of the best goalies in the league. Lees, but... Oh! I had a feeling. 68 medium top 6. Had a feeling that guy was going to be really good. I still think we did well with the defenseman, but man, a grinder of that caliber would have been nice. Would have been real nice, and Kemp wasn't that good. So either way, we would have been fine. Now we have Rogalski, we have Ross, Lundstrom, and Kari still on the board. Eric Kessel, grandson of Phil by this point. See, who else do we have here? Who else do we have? Okay. For the goaltenders, we have Marsh and Rouleau. 2 decent goalies. For defense, good God. Morrison. I think we're taking another defenseman. Holy shit. I mean, nothing about him is confirmed, but hot damn. Kolsky, Mankari. It's not going to be Robinson. Maddox Cole. No. Good old Mark Teal. Exclusively a left defenseman. That's going to be a no. No Ross. Absolutely not. Samsonov. Polyros all good. All you missed was 1 draft pick, so don't worry about it. A highly rated medium top 4 defenseman. I mean, here we likely take Morrison if we take a defenseman. I do need to double check the forwards, but I think if we're taking anybody, it's going to be Morrison, even over the 2 goalies that were there. For the forwards, it's only 4 dudes. Abel Cashman, Eric Kessel, Alexandrov, and Pavelka. So Kessel is the only one who could beat competition. Take out the goalies. It's this guy, Eric Kessel. Or we take the risk on Brendan Morrison, and I think we take the risk on Brendan Morrison out of Linköping. Let's go. Well, that is the story of the Goon Squad, isn't it? It looks so promising, and then it all goes to shit. That is the story of the Goon Squad, summed up in one draft pick. That is unfortunate. In fairness, like Rogalski, some of the other dudes we were looking at aren't really any better. I mean, Kessel at a medium 9s. I mean, that's the forward equivalent in terms of potential. Rouleau wasn't even that good. Wheating, a goalie, would have been worth it. I mean, there really wasn't anybody else that I was looking at there that would have been that much better. So, it's a bad pick, but it's not a bad pick in comparison to other teams. It's just the quality of this draft can also be incredibly questionable. Now would be the right time, EA, to give me a Freddie McDonough regen. Care to give me a 92 overall defenseman straight out of the draft? That would be cool. You've done it once. Who says you can't do it again? Please do it again. Goalies, Santiago Baldwin, Kenny Silvestre. Low starter, Boris Varlamov. Interesting. Take a goalie, it's Varlamov or Marsh if you wanted Marsh to kind of bank on having a higher potential. Crap load of defensemen in this draft. No confirmed enforcers either, which kind of sucks. So we're definitely out on you. We're definitely out on you because you're a DFD and confirmed. Definitely out on McLean. James Robinson's kind of trash. Holmstrom has physicality, but he's an overager. Hagelin over Holmstrom makes a lot of sense. Maximus Watt. I feel like there's a meme about Maximus Watt. And Tony Cowan. What's more disappointing, this Liverpool season or this series? This series, because at least Liverpool have fucking won something. You know? Yves Roy. Probably not. Out of the players, then, we have 2 goalies and a defenseman in Hagelin, who's definitely not an enforcer, so I don't care. He does have a 3-year ETA, but whatever. We might as well take a goalie. And it's Lorenzo Marsh to hope that he's better than expected, or we take Boris Varlamov to hope that that potential goes up. We know he's a low starter. Super high grades, though. For shits and gigs, I'm going to take Varlamov. Yeah, he's a 73 low starter. If he goes up to a medium starter, he could be a decent little goalie for us. I'm not sure if he'll ever play a game at the NHL level, but that's a pretty good pick to get a 73 overall. Is there anybody with a half-decent potential? Oh my god, this draft looks awful. This draft looks abysmal. Oh my god. Marsh was a fringe, by the way. Big yikes. This is a horrible draft. We've honestly done pretty well to even get what we have. Yikes. Let's see if the, 4th round now at this stage can turn it around at all. Hagelin's still on the board. That's pretty nice, I suppose. Martindale dropping the prime sub.
Goodness of the biscuit.
You love to see that. You love to see that. Star, dare I say, of the ECL Elite Division, NHLGamer.com for more information where you can hear me and my best friend Sim for the Win Productions call all the top games, the biggest games in the competitive Sixes scene. That's NHLGamer.com. Anyway, what's going on, buddy? It's good to see you. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate it tremendously. Hopefully it brings me some luck in this draft because this has been a nightmare. Do I have a guess? Bowen, what time works for him? Just so I kind of know, like, your time frame. Because I do want to play some FIFA tonight. That sounds like fun, maybe. And, Yeah, we'll figure it out. I mean, it's going to be a little bit. I'm just trying to see how much I can get away with. DFD and OFD look incredibly similar in this font. You're not wrong. Let's see. There's a medium 4 defenseman. Let's see. Christian Holmstrom. Good physicality at 20 years old. Interesting. Monster, yeah, it's still kicking. I mean, you could debate if this series is still kicking. I mean, you might be able to argue, not to be morbid, but you know how, like, on shows where they're just like, oh, this person's dead, but the fucking, you know, you just got those flare-ups where it's like, oh yeah, Tim's dead, but his arm moved. That might be the equivalent. Like, we might be gone, but the body's still just every once in a while be like, no, I'm still here, and it's like, nah, you're gone, let's be honest. Oh, God. Alright, I don't think Mikhail Vikland, whatever, is actually going to be any good. We have to call a timeout here already. Yoensu's going to be trash, by the way. He had an E in skating for a medium top 4 defenseman. That's a big yikes right there. Especially at 19, he's never going to make it. If he was an enforcer, I'd think about it. Serge Lambert. Good senses. It's the Walking Dead of NHL franchises. How do you deal with scouts, you know, not actually scouting potentials? I just handle it the best I can. I mean, if I were to go like full tryhard with this, I'd make sure to manually scout out everybody, but it would add just so much time to an already long and drawn out process, you know? Walking Dead's good still. I'm a little bit behind. I gotta catch up. Nick Irving. If I knew for a fact that guy was an enforcer, I'd take him. Man, this is rough, but this dude does have a 3-year ETA. Martindale, the worst part is, like, if a player is actually an enforcer defenseman, but I don't have that position scouted, I can't take him, so... The joys of the challenge. Well, we're definitely taking either this defenseman and Mats Hagelin, who might be an enforcer. He's undersized, but does have a 3-year ETA. Then there's this medium backup goalie in Sinitsyn, who's probably like a 70-71, but he's a stud. He's a stud of a goalie. Out of Olomouc as well, whose bucket we use for our starter. Let's be honest, goalie-wise, we're set. Let's go for Mats Hagelin. I'm hoping for at least a medium 6. Like, please, don't be trash. Oh yeah, goalies are still all over the place. Sinitsyn, I don't know. Like, clearly this is the guy to take. I just don't think Hagelin's actually going to have a good potential. I'm going with my gut. I'm taking Sinitsyn. Screw it. He's a 71. Let's see if I'm going to regret not taking Hagelin. Looking at potentials. Don't pick Hagelin, he plays for Freyerstedt. Well, there you go. Howard was a medium 6. Yeah, this draft is garbage. Yoensu was a 52. A couple more medium top 6s. Hagelin's a medium 7th. Well, we dodged that bullet. This draft might be the worst draft I've seen now in 20 years with this team. Legitimately. Legitimately. This is looking like these guys I'm not even allowed to take, unfortunately. Unless I want to risk not being able to keep them. Oh man, this is legitimately one of the worst drafts we have seen yet. I mean, the good thing is, like, it hasn't been bad for us, it's just bad in general. If that's the, you know, the one positive we can take away from this, it's been universally crap. I'm going to look at everyone who's projected to be drafted, and then we're going to start looking at potential. Hello, medium elite goalie Bill Keith for Luzerne. That's not too bad. Let's see, I'm going to go until about 250. And we're going to try to get a game plan here in terms of who we're going to be looking at. Okay. And then in terms of potential, we'll look at Wilson Hardigan in a minute. Ivan Mikhanov. Probably not Mikhanov, because there's no way someone projected in the flipping 800s is actually going to be that good. Wilson Hardigan probably won't be that good either. We'll just leave it to the 250s. Normally drafting anyone outside the 300s is a bad move. Let's go call our timeout. Let's go call our timeout. We got, what, 2 picks left in this draft or 3? God, we have 3 picks left in this draft. What a nightmare. There aren't 3 players that I want from the looks of it. For the goalies, Per Hornqvist, who sucks. I mean, he might be a medium elite, but he sucks. Victor Semenov sucks, but at least we know he's a starter. Bill Keith sucks, but at least we know he's a medium elite. There's this goalie as well, Stu Bieksa, but ugh. For defensemen, what do we have? Crap load of people. Kane's absolutely out. Brody Cooperman sucks. Gustavo Martins, 20 years old. Jackson Burkholz sucks. Joaquin Dirksen sucks. Well, 3-year ETA maybe. Maybe. Kirk Wilsey sucks. Only reason to take him would be the hope that he'd be an enforcer. Bowen, that time works for me. That's perfect. Tell him I should be ready to go whenever he is, though. Michael Sterling. Some potential there. Gilbert's 19. Lambert. If he was an enforcer, I'd take him, but we know he's a low 7th. What do we got for forwards? Are we actually playing FIFA? Yes, in a little bit we'll be playing FIFA. Corey Delmas isn't that bad. Rammer has some potential. Francisco Patterson's not awful. Miora's pretty shit. At least from what we know. Joe Cahill's not that good. Malachi Pateni. Interesting. Okay, we have some hope here. We have some hope here. Salminen is absolutely the top target right now. Stefan probably Janssen might not be that bad either. And then there's Mellock. Who's projected to go next? Delmas, Mellock, or Cahill? I'm gonna rule out Cahill. Delmas is a year younger. Probably take Delmas over Mellock. Is there anybody else upcoming? Patterson was an interesting one with those 3 Bs. Devils, what's up? I'd take Patterson over Delmas. It's not how you say Mellock. It's how you say Nick Mellock of the, at one point, I think still Colorado Avalanche. There's Mellock and there's Meloche. Much like there's Petrangelo and Peter Angelo. That's just how it works. Hate to tell you. Let's see, and then Salminen. He should be there. I mean, he's way down the board. Honestly, I don't want to risk it. So 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm not risking it. We're taking Mikko Salminen. He's 19 years old, but this kid could be a stud. I mean, a 67 overall is great, but that potential is just a swift kick to the balls. I can't even call it a swift kick to the balls at this stage. Oh my god. Alright. Well, he is not a stud. That's correct. Alright. Well, he was our most promising option. Who's next here in the 6th round? people that we got left? Just these guys. Well, we could go for another goalie. Rammer, Martins. I mean, Malachi Pateni is going to have to be one of the next ones. Probably the goalie and then Pateni. Sterling. I mean, if you were an enforcer, I'd go for it. He is 18, though. Alright, we're definitely not taking the medium starter goalie. I can take 2 players. Pateni is definitely the forward to take. There's no doubt about that. Offensively, Martins isn't that bad. Sterling isn't that bad. We'd go for Sterling if we took a defenseman. Jacob, what's up, buddy? I mean, we're guaranteed to get Pateni in the 7th round. It's just, do we want Sterling or Keith? Sterling is 18. Big boy. 5 years out. DFD, though. I'm going to go for Keith. Bill Keith, come on down. You're the next goalie. 47 overall. And please tell me Pateni is still on the board. And then Malachi Pateni is a 62. This was one of the worst drafts I've ever seen. Jesus, Marian Hossa. Well, we kind of knew not to expect too much luck. 5-year ETA is not interesting. Well, no, it's interesting because, yeah, it wouldn't mean anything. We can't use that player. Alright. The lovely re-sign phase. Nolan Barlow wants $15.5 million. Guess who gets qualified? Nolan Barlow. I don't think we can afford to pay him $15.5 million. Thank you. Aside from that, Rantanen's under contract now. Billy Bird, Zanata, Cardwell. Like, we're pretty stacked. That said, we do kind of have to make a tough choice here. And it's the choice to probably let go of Sador. Because let's be honest, we have McClellan under contract. Sador is 1 year younger, but 14 overall points worse. So I think old Mitchell Sador is going to be cut. Because I don't want to buy out any other goalies right now. So I hate to say it, but to Sador, you are out, sir. You could have lowballed him. Fucking lowballed him with what? Oh, here, have $14 million instead. Like, goalie-wise, we're okay. It's just, who the hell is our starter going to be? I have no idea. Defensively, I hate to say it, Lawrence Legacy, for the moment, will also have to be qualified. You have $69 million in cap space. The problem is, when every defenseman I have wants $13 million, wants $8 million, wants $10 million, wants $10 million. Yeah, $69 million in cap space, while nice, doesn't mean shit in 2041. Doesn't mean a damn thing. Unfortunately. Welcome to life in 2041. It's a nightmare for GMs, let me tell you. Let's go ahead and sign Tucker. Why the hell not? Sign him to his ELC. Sign Karpatsev to his ELC. We'll keep Glebov around for the sake of having an AHL defense. Same thing with Day, even though he's kind of trash. Hakkarainen, I'm probably going to leave unsigned. I think that'd benefit him more than playing in the AHL. So we'll see what happens with those big-time players. And then obviously, a lot of our forwards are up. Suhonen wants $14 or $13.5 million, so he's qualified. Uriel Legacy we have to hold on to. And it's going to be expensive as dicks. Going to go $12.5 million. Cameron Carlton finally wants a cheaper option. Let's try to go $6.75. Teratukin. I'm going to try to save money there too if I can. Vitanen will also qualify. From there, Jose Falk, I don't know if I want to pay you that. Boom. Are dicks expensive? It depends on the quality, dog. Lundberg gets his ELC. Very excited for former first-round pick Ola Lundberg. The Lundbaish. Ryan Precht. Don't know if I'm re-signing you for that. Valentenko, we'll re-sign you for that. Seal, not the singer. Kiss from a Rose, here's your contract. Koivisto, let's give you that. We'll go ahead and sign Hall for the hell of it. More like for the hall of it. Fedorov will sign you too. And good old John Yasina. Definitely signing John Yasina, even though he's crap. Did I just associate the word Crash Andrews with crap? No. Twitch.tv/Crash Andrews. Shit. Let's go to our defense here. Zagrapin. Holy balls, this contract. 12.75 for 1 year. Let's see what happens. Are there real players left? Yes. Carlton signs, Lundberg signs, Bukaboom signs, Fedorov, Koivisto, Day, Legacy, John Yasina, Zagrapin rejected, Terry Hall, Seal, Karpatsev, Tucker, Valentenko, Glebov. Beautiful. 52 million left. We have Barlow that we still have to sign. Defensively, we still have to sign everybody. So that's a nightmare. Honestly, that's our first step. If this defense falls apart, we are boned. Let's go 13 million for Zagrapin. Robert Lilia, to be honest, $8 million for that price it's kind of worth it. I'm just going to offer him what he wants because that's honestly not a bad idea. And Mr. Saprikin, that would be a horrible idea. Let's go 10 million for the year. Actually, in fairness, I might as well just offer him what he wants. It lines up pretty well. Let's see what happens there. And then Lawrence Legacy, I mean, honestly, that price isn't that bad. If I can get this down to 8.5, that'll be pretty good for him. He's worth 8.5. You could argue, though, I might be able to get him cheaper later, so I should probably try to play it that way. Alright, we got one. The two others rejected. Oh, God. 3.25 for Zagrapin. 13.25. Saprikin. Let's go 10.5 for you. Now you see why this money is going to go fast. The good thing is, for the most part, it's all RFAs. For the most part. I don't know what I'm going to do about Falk and Reinprecht yet. Saprikin and Zagrapin both signed. We have $23 million. Barlow still wants the sun and the moon. Suhonen wants the sun and the moon. Legacy, we have to let go of Jose Falk. I think Falk and Reinprecht have to be dropped because we're going to need as much money for these RFAs as we can get. So Jose Falk, second round pick in 2032. 35th overall. 142 points, I should say, in 410 games. After 5 seasons with the big show, Jose Falk, no more BS. Get off of this team. And then Reinprecht, second round pick in 2034. He is also going to be dropped after his rookie season with the team where he put up 36 points. So Reinprecht's also gone. So we will leave these 5 RFAs. And, yeah. We've not once gotten an offer sheet on a big-time player. We did get an offer sheet last year. Viitanen took the offer sheet, so that's fine. So we're down to, what, 4? So this will be interesting then to see how this plays out. Coaching staff, I don't know if anybody retired. My head coach retired again! 2 years in a row! Really? Fucking really? 2 years in a row, you're 63, not 93. Fucking Greg Popovich, this sumbitch, and win us a title. Oh my God, how old's Greg Popovich? Please don't tell me he's 63. He's gonna be like 75. He's 72. If Pop can do it, why can't you? I'm not rhyming anymore. I'm mad as hell. Fuck. Who's available? Well, just shit on me, why don't you? Well, whoever one of our coaches are right now, one of these 3, we desperately need. We might have an A+ goalie coach as our head coach at this stage. fuck it. I'm going to leave one of those spots open because I don't want to fire either goalie coach. So we'll make Gallagher our head coach. For the moment, we'll just see what the hell happens there. Oh, excuse me. I need to hire some scouts. You know, for all these lovely quality draft classes we've been seeing. Best part of us is in 2041. We're that much closer to death. Jesus, smoke. Alright, so 2 years in a row we have a coach crisis. Let's see what happens in terms of RFAs. As all of these scouts are going to sign. Austin Quick signed pretty quick, didn't he? I want to die. Lawrence Legacy took the qualifying offer. I don't know what that means for us cap-wise, but Lawrence Legacy is back. I don't think anyone else is going to get an offer. Nobody wants to pay 4 first-round picks, which isn't surprising. All right, so we still have some dudes to sign that were RFAs. We have a head coach check. We have $14 million in cap space with 3 RFAs. Barlow wanted 15. He now wants 7. That's doable, but that's half of our fundage. Suhonen wanted 14. He wants 8. That's all of our fundage. And Teratukin wants nothing, which is great. Well, we'll send the offer to Teratukin, and it's going to be very, very close cap-wise. Very, very close. So right now the NHL would be Rantanen and Zanata. Billy Bird gets jumped by Zanata, who's never played an NHL game. I mean, Billy Bird is in a pretty good spot. Cardwell. Defensively, it's Grappin, Leah Saprikin, Legacy, Advocator, Devereaux. Again, Carpentier, I just don't want there, even though it would move Legacy over to forward. Speaking of forwards. Oh my god, our depth has just been depleted. Absolutely depleted. So if we send down Valentanko, I mean, you guys saw it. For years, we had incredible depth. You're right, Zanata did play 3 games. For years, this team was known for its incredible depth. Now, nope. We are carried by our top 6, or we fail. Do I want to carry Seal on this roster? One of these 276s. It's going to be Lundberg. It's either actually Seal or Kovacs. Oh my god, it did the glitch. I was hoping Kovacs was a grinder. Is anybody here that's highly rated a grinder? I think Valentanko, isn't it? No? Okay. We'll see who fits in with the team really quickly. Also, it's time to find out if that A-plus level coach is going to work. Also, fun fact. I don't know if Pyro's here, but can somebody tag him to say that the donate thing in chat needs to be updated? It's still tied to the Hunt for Rumble charity stream, I just noticed. There you go. So hopefully this coach will work. I don't think this coach is going to work. Big yikes. Alright, this coach doesn't work. Right, we need to figure out what coach is going to work first before we try to get other players back on this team. Oh, fucking hell. Alright, so that A-plus goalie coach does not work as a head coach. Which means we need Niedermeyer or Wynn. Otherwise, we got to go for one of the A-grade coaches. The A-grade coach that was on the market's gone. I'm pretty sure Grenier could work, but I really want somebody better, and no, that's not Jack Hughes because the dude's 64 years old. Let's just check out Mr. Wynn, Mr. Nguyen, call him what you will, for different pronunciations for that last name. Looks like he works for the forwards. He does not work in the slightest for that fucking defense. It just goes, it keeps getting worse. It keeps getting worse. Wait until you have everyone signed. I mean, the issue is, though, it's one forward that we're missing, and we know he'll fit in with the rest of the team if the rest of the team works. It's been the way it's been, you know, Like, our players are all of a similar style, you know? So this guy works out great for the defense. It's just, can I get the forwards to work? And I don't think I can, because I'm going to guess, yeah, his chemistry is horrific for the majority of our top players. Yeah, that's not going to work. Alright. So we're looking at not having an A+ rated coach then. And what kind of effect will that have on the team? So ideally it would be one of you three, Cullimore, Mason, or Beaulieu. Let's try Cullimore. Yeah, we'll make Mason the AHL head coach. Cullimore, do you want to be the new head coach of this team? That's not a good start. That is not... okay, that's... yeah. The comparison has been made to this team essentially being like the Hindenburg, and we're just watching it go down, and there's nothing we can do. Jaco, thank you for the 10. It doesn't cheer me up at all. I'll make sure to update that all-time dono list, by the way. Thank you, Jaco. Appreciate it. Oh, baby, hold on. We might be okay. Okay, Houston, we're okay. The defense is good. What about the forwards, though? The forwards should be okay. I think we're going to be alright. Hopefully. I think we're going to be okay. Except it's that bullshit glitch where it's like, hey, don't worry, it's not a -1. LOL, JK, it's a -1. EA Sports, it's in the game. I'm having a great time. I'm having a great time. Oh. It's not death by 1,000 cuts. What are you talking about? We're living life. I wish this was alcoholic. We might have to deal with a -1 on like the 4th line or something, but I'm pretty sure this coach is about the best that we're gonna get. I don't really... death by 1,000 glitches, fair. So it looks like it's gonna be Mason, unless Mr. Beaulieu wants to be the guy. Mario Beaulieu. Let's see what we got. Don't you remember EA Games challenge everything? That includes your sanity. Fair enough! Holy shit, Mr. Beaulieu is the worst. Okay. So, Gage Mason, just based off of rating, is going to have to be our head coach. Otherwise, we tried that A- rated dude. At least the rest of the coaching staff is going to be incredible. But holy hell. Okay. I mean, we'll try to make the best of it. It's what we always do. We'll go on to have our best season yet. Probably. Let's bring this guy on as an AHL associate here, hopefully. EA Sporks. Shove it in your face? I don't know. Alright, we'll see if Warren Frazier wants to sign. Aside from that, while I'm here, I might as well make sure our scout setup is proper.
Where are you? Why me? Why me?
Alright, that one got me though. You tell me that's not the best alert on Twitch. Jaco. Oh man. Jaco's crushing it. Oh, Jaco, thank you for randomly dropping $32 in total. We got a win for Sid Vicious. Psycho Sid Udi. Udi? Udi. Tony, take it easy, buddy. Jaco again, though. Thank you for that. I don't want to look like I'm just like, hey, thanks, moving on, but appreciate you, Jaco. Again, you always have a special place in my heart on this channel. Whether or not you want to remember the grape story as much, you'll always have a special place in my heart. Even though that was at a really weird time in my life. We'll never forget the grapes. We'll never forget it. Ice Hockey League is Austria. It was renamed this past season. Alright, send this dude out to the SHL. Oh, the good old grapes was bad. This fight wasn't that bad. Not like the grapes. That was bad. The grapes was bad. Oh, God. Alright. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I know Frazier won't work, Nighthawk. That's why I'm just going to sign him to an AHL deal. Alright, so Gage Mason is our head coach. We know he pretty much works with this team. That said, we will go out now and sim a little bit. Hey, thanks. Moving on. Time. Scott dropping the 5 gifted. 100 times for Uncharted 4. So but Jaco, I loved Uncharted 4. It was my favorite game in the series.
Taste the biscuit.
Scotty.
Taste the goodness of the
Scotty.
biscuit.
Scotty.
Oh, we're doing this again.
Dropping that Tesco money.
That he saved up.
Scotty, thank you for that, buddy.
Taste the biscuit.
Yo, 5 gift. Did you know what you get in return? No, you don't, because he just jumped down. Willie.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit.
I was gonna show you to the people. Don't you want to be on the internet? Emmy likes to be on the internet. You can't tell cats what to do. You just can't. Let's see. Is it too dark in here for a behind-the-scenes picture of the cat? My phone's dying. Wonderful. Aha! No. Oh, he's coming back. He went to the window. I can't even see him now. All right. Well, we can't do cat cam. I'm trying to get the cat cam. He's gone. He's gone. You have a cat. Girlfriend has a cat. I just put up with him. And I think he would say the same thing about me. Girlfriend has a boyfriend. I just put up with him. So, yeah, he's looking out the window now. Nothing I can do. Anyway, Scott, thank you for the 5 gifted. One of these days, we'll get the old cat. Do I have a picture of him on my phone? I probably do. Aha! He's back into picture pres he wants out of this room. Aha. Anyway, here's a picture of my girlfriend's fat cat. Look at him. His name is Willie. I call him Willis, or more affectionately, W. That's right, I call him W, just like the former president of the United States. Now watch this drive.
Oh, good for you!
Shout out to W. That's a large cat, isn't he? He's not as fat as he looked there, I promise. But yeah, he's not he's not skinny. I'll give him that. Frazier signed, which is good. I'm gonna keep going by day. Taratukin signed, which is good. I want that number to go down for those other 2 players that we're waiting for. Let's just sim to our preseason game. Alright. Let's see if we can work out this contract. That's a thick-ass boy.
Damn, boy, he's thick! Boy, that's a thick-ass boy! Damn!
You're welcome. You're welcome. Anyway, RFAs. Suhonen is now to 6.9 million. We'll jump at that. And Barlow is at 6.8. If they both sign, awesome. Infinite Hunger with the 3-month. The 3-month drop and a strong dupe. You'll love to see it. Strong dupe. Infinite Hunger, thank you for that. Did you move? I might officially be moving. The girlfriend and I might be waiting to finalize the deal on a new place. It has a hot tub. So I'm never gonna stream again. I'm gonna move into a house that has a fucking hot tub, and you're never gonna hear from me again. So get ready. The finale of this stream's coming up in April. What YouTuber is that? That is Anthony Fantano, also known as the Needle Drop. Oh god, what an epic stream it was a year ago on MLB. And show and go was just getting crazy. I know, man. The hunt for Mike Trout. We went fishing. Both players accepted the deals. Fantastic. So yeah, we went fishing for trout, and we'll probably do it again this year, maybe. Davos, what's going on? OG's killing it with MLB Entertainment, but I'm sure he's quit out of more games than I have. I mean, I wish OG luck, because to hell if I'm gonna sit there and play that game competitively. It's road to the show and franchise for me. Alright, Barlow right now. I feel bad because it's like, again, I wanted to play more. Like, I played MLB for 2 months straight after launch, and then we switched it up. But I normally go back. I never went back because the gameplay was just kind of meh. How hot this summer getting, Maine? You probably average anywhere between like 75 and like 95 Fahrenheit. The issue is it gets humid as fuck. Like, the humidity will kill you. To be like, oh, it's 75, that's not bad, but you get 100% humidity, so you walk out your doorstep, and then all of a sudden it's like, did I just take a shower? No, you stepped outside. Vandal, what's going on, buddy? How are you? Welcome to Maine Summer Weather Talk. Fahrenheit's weird. You're fucking weird. Roster editing nerd. That's Snipe and Score on YouTube. Check him out. Snipe, then the letter N, Score. Kovacs, take a seat. What's that in Celsius? I don't fucking know. You do the work. You do the work. It's not my fault you use Celsius. What bullshit countries use Celsius? Toogie, everyone but the US. Exactly. USA. Fahrenheit. You see? That's how it works. Premium Bagel, how are you, buddy? It is good to see you. Just thoroughly being disappointed by NHL 21. Hey, you and us both. Me and you both. I use Kelvin. Fuck you, Kelvin. Oh, God. Do a thing but carry the twos. That is pretty much the conversion, yeah. Alright, let's go best lines really quickly. So, our defense. We know we gotta split up Abdelkader and Devereaux again. Basically, no one can play on the third pairing. Celsius, more like stupid. See, Varg gets it. Varg fucking gets it. Biggest critique. Toogie on EA or Fantaniel on music. Oh. I'm pretty sure he actually likes music. Oh, shit. Alright, can we avoid... I mean, it looks like we can get a 1 there no matter what. So I can't avoid a -1 on the third pairing. Terry, I will be ready, don't worry. We're used to having Saprikin on that lower line, but if I put... Yeah, I guess it's gonna have to be... I hate to say that... Well, actually, I don't really want to drop Lilia, because I'd prefer... I really would prefer it to be... another lefty. It's gonna be Lawrence Legacy, how the mighty have fallen from first line forward to third pairing defender. He'll be with Yves Devereaux. We'll have Ernie Abdelkader with Robert Lilia. And, Vladimir Saprikin with Michael Zagrapin. Legacy does get PP time by default, so it works out. For the forwards, we have some new boys in the lineup that we'll have to take a look at. But really quickly, I have like 1 grinder now in this lineup. That's awful. Maine's basically New Brunswick. True. And I mean that in the worst way. Probably true as well. Shout out to Skowhegan and Lewiston. Doing us all so proud. How many gifted am I at? I don't fucking know, Warrior. You gift 1 more and you'll find out. You just gotta gift another. That's all you gotta do. And we'll find out real fast. Minimize. There we go. Oh god, what am I gonna do here? So Nasir West is also new. He has potential. Steele doesn't really have potential. So we know that Lundberg and West I want on higher lines, and actually that works out perfectly. I can have Vitanen or Vatanen. Probably go for Oli Vitanen. And then here, I'm incredibly overtired grinding Diamond Dynasty right now. It's a good time. Again, I really do want to play more Diamond Dynasty this year, so I'm hoping it's alright. Suhanen didn't get called up. Did I fuck that up earlier, or did I just miss him? There we go. Oh, dude, we have Teratukin, too. Jesus. Fucking drop of the ball, 24. So we could stop West from being at the NHL level too early, but I think we have to do it. Let's go for Seal. Oh, it's either Boom that gets dropped or West. I feel like West would benefit more from just killing the AHL game right now, because Boom's already 30. So we're gonna go with Nasir West going back down to the AHL. I think that's for the best to play the long game with him. So again, Saprikin, Lilia Devereaux. Alright, that works. And now, I mean, Vatanen, Boom being on a lower line would make sense. Lundberg is a fourth liner. Vatanen doesn't really have that much potential. Looked like we could have gotten a minus or a +1 there with Vatanen, Lundberg, Boom. Oh boy, what's the way out of this? Oh boy. Don't really want that -1 there. Shit. Alright, how's this gonna work? Oh boy. How is this gonna work? Coco, what's going on? So many NHL streamers hyping up the show. It's gonna be a very, very busy directory. That's for sure. Coco, it's going alright. We're getting ourselves ready for yet another season that might not go all that well. You know? As has been the theme. I mean, you could be debate. It could be debated. You could debate. It can be debated over how bad a -1 here would be. But I'm trying desperately to avoid it. Strong bop from Cody there. The real lack of grinders hurts this team. Figured it out. Figured it out. We got it. It does mean Legacy has to be on a lower pairing, but we figured it out. Honestly, I don't really think I care about that +1. Legacy will still have the power play time. I want Lundberg next to Legacy. If Legacy is going to be on that third line, Lundberg could go fucking nuts next to Legacy and Teratukin. This is going to be really interesting then. So we'll go Ekman, Carlton, Niedermeyer. We don't have a righty on this line. I hate to say it, we're going with second line center Joe Byer. That goal streak might finally come to an end. Teratukin, Lundberg, Legacy. Vatanen, Vatanen, Boom. It's not exactly the strongest lineup in the world anymore, is it? But Niedermeyer and Ekman should still crush it. Byer and Suhonen should be able to work together really well. Byer might finally drop from being a goal scorer to more of a setup man for Suhonen. And then Legacy should be able to keep that third line afloat. And then the fourth line's not as important, especially because our coach rolls 3 lines. So this should be interesting. It's still not that bad of a team. For the most part there, from the looks of it, oh god though. Our power play might not be good anymore. But I'll just choose to trust the coach's setup for the moment. And then goalie-wise, we have Barlow and Rantanen. We should still be good. We should be. It's Sonata and Bird for our AHL goaltending, which is absurd. The defense... Golubov. We'll take out for the younger Karpatsev. Carpentier still deserves a chance to get better, so Bryson Day will be the guy who sits out for Tucker. This is a disaster with my AHL coaching staff, though, too. Really quickly. I actually don't even have the ability to move anybody around anymore, I just realized, so we'll pretty much have the team be what it is. Awful chemistry aside. Let's just do what we can there. And then forward-wise, Mats Jorgensen. I'm just trying to pay attention to the overagers that can be pulled out. I mean, Jorgensen's 25, so it's not really going to happen for him. We got Valentenko, who's 32. Antonio and John Yasina. Antonio's not really going to get any better, so we might as well leave in Kovacs. We'll bring in John Yasina, though. Do. I don't know. Oh, okay. Okay, that works. Is there any way to get rid of that minus at the top? No. Make it a -1 though, so we'll do that. So the AHL team is still pretty good. The NHL team should also still be pretty good. We somehow managed to make this contract situation work without losing too many good players. Heading into the year, in terms of our ratings, 94, 94, 91. I mean, we still have a pretty damn good setup here. I mean, obviously, like, Vegas's ratings aren't accurate because it's preseason, but that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Ekman's crushing it in the preseason like he always does. Captains are Bayer, Ekman, Carlton. Which, I mean, still works for me. I mean, they've been our longest tenured dudes. In terms of the cam, Carlton is a leader on the team, too. Apparently Viitanen is as well. Interesting. So, before we do anything with this next season then, really quickly, let's meet the new boys. Let's meet the newbies. Although first and foremost, Nolan Barlow. Have to make sure. Yep, it happens every season. It resets. Am I gonna play any games? Fuck no. I don't play. I let fate be decided by the game. We give Nolan Barlow the mask of all of our starters. The fighting cocks of Iserlohn, baby. Look at that logo. Look at that logo. Aside from that, just a friendly reminder that Nolan Barlow has great hair. And hopefully we see that hair walking down the right side of a post-playoff win line. The Gemcocks. And Jukka Rantanen, congratulations. You'll actually be able to be on a team for a full season. That'll be cool. We're going to make sure that you have the backup mask of HC Olomouc. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. So defense stays exactly the same as it's been for a while now. Of course, we lost 91 overall Lewis Johnson last year to Chicago. He signed for $6.5 bajillion. Defensively, we met Olli Vitanen last year. We met Suhonen last year. I think we met Teratukin last year, too. That we did. But that brings up, I think, no, Kai Vatanen was here last year, too. Nathaniel Abuka-Boom. ready at 30 years old for his first NHL season. The Boca Boom. Dropping the boom. Bringing the boom. Look at Boca Boom. What a guy. Good old Nate Boca Boom. 30 years old. Finally getting his chance in the show. Good on you, Mr. Boca Boom. And then at center, I guess it's the only other new addition, Ola Lundberg, our first round pick just 2 years ago, has made this team, even though he was at the end of the first round. And Lundberg, oh, does he have locks? Look at that flowing hair. Look at this man. The pinnacle of skill and beauty at the same time. Gorgeous. Mr. Lundberg. Good stuff. The new faces on the team. And hopefully, maybe, just maybe, we can finally get a goddamn ring for this man this season. Joe, I don't want this to be the last time that I get to do this at the start of the year. I don't want it to be the last time, Joe. And if it is the last time, god damn it, there better be a ring at the end of it. Our fearless leader looks no older than the day that we drafted him. Way back in 2022. Fucking Christ. Joe Byer this year will pass 800 points, or 800 goals and over 1,600 points. His next point is number 1,600. He has never scored less than 30 goals in a season. He's only gotten better with age. I can't imagine him scoring 30 this year, let alone 40, just due to the coaching change and the player quality dipping around him. Hello, Crease, please, and Gray Fox. How are you, sir? Sorry to tweet about Mr. Do I look nervous. I guarantee in a couple years he'll be the next Martin Jones. Fair enough. The record book as well. For those who wanted to know, the NHL record book looks like this, where Jesperi Kotkaniemi, Joe Thornton, David Pastrnak all finished in the top 5 games played. Carter Hart actually had about 1,300 games played. He should be third. Connor Hellebuck actually did play that many games, though. Most goals was Ovi. You have Malkin, of course, Gretzky, McDavid, and Matthews. So this year, Joe Byer should be top 5 all-time in goals scored. I don't know how long he'll stay there, but we should be able to see that. Most points, Gretzky, McDavid, Yager, Messier, Ovechkin. Most assists, Gretzky, Francis, McDavid, Messier, and some dude named Ron Darling. No idea who the hell that is. Most wins in goal, Brodeur, Hart, Waugh, Fleury, and Lundqvist. Most shutouts, Brodeur, Sawchuk, Ainsworth, Hall, and Plant. Most 50-goal seasons, Ovechkin, Jake Carpenter, who could have very well been on this team, Mike Bossy, Wayne Gretzky, and Matthias Ekman. Top 5 in terms of most 50-goal seasons with 8. Most 100-point seasons, Gretzky, Lemieux, McDavid, Dion, and Carpenter. And then, of course, for our particular franchise here, and actually, you know what I'll do? Now, this, when I put this up on the YouTube side of things, it won't be for a little bit. Like, we've gotten pretty far ahead. Feel free, if you want to go back, right here on Twitch on the VOD. I'm just going to quickly scroll through these. I'm only going to look at career. I'm not going to look at, like, season points or game totals. But really quickly, in case people wanted to know, like, oh, what are the all-time numbers for my favorite team? I'm just going to quickly go through this so you guys can see who ended up leading. Like, Jack Eichel's now all-time in points for the Sabres. Matthew Tkachuk is all-time in points for the Calgary Flames. Carolina, all-time points is Svechnikov. Kane for the Blackhawks in points, no surprise. Colorado's still Joe Sakic. Columbus is Sven Josefsson. No idea who the hell that is. Dallas, Mike Modano still. Detroit, Gordie Howe still up there for points. Edmonton's McDavid. And Thatcher Demko for a lot of things. Florida, Shabarkov. I love Sasha Barkov being up there. So again, feel free if you care to see all of this in depth, just go back on the Twitch VOD. It'll be easier for you to see it. Guy Lafleur, of course, still for the Habs. Brad Lambert for the Preds. Jacques Hughes for the Devils. Barzell for the Islanders, the all-time point leader. Raj Gilbert still up there for the Rangers. Alfredson for the Sens. Flyers with Bobby Clark. Nolan Patrick finished with the most games played, though. Claude Giroux was the all-time scorer. Crosby's, of course, up there. A lot of Crosby. A lot of Lemieux. Sharks, Patrick Marleau stays up there. Bernie Fedorko still up there for points for the Blues. Kucherov. A lot of Kucherov and Hedman. Vasilevsky as well for the Lightning. Mitch Marner finished as the Leafs all-time point getter. And we'll go back to the Goons last. Pettersson, the most points in Canucks history. Quinn Hughes with the most seasons and assists. Peyton Krebs, the all-time point leader for the Vegas Golden Knights. For the Caps, of course, it's Ovi. Who would have thought? For the Winnipeg Jets, Kyle Connor. Basically best player in that team's history. But then we get to the Goons. Back over to the Goons here. And, yeah, it's Joe Byer for just about everything. And literally, it's Joe Byer for everything that it can be. And, of course, his goals in the bottom right-hand corner that are cut off by the webcam. You can see it literally to the left because it's current and all-time. It's Joe Byer. It's Joe Byer and Nolan Barlow. But in particular, Joe Byer for basically everything. Season records as well. Barlow, of course, had 10 shutouts. Grigor with the penalty minutes. Byer with the goals. Ekman with the most points. Legacy with the assists. And top rookie numbers. Legacy had the most assists. Peters with the most shutouts. Which doesn't make any sense. Of course, Byer, Peters, and Byer again. So, a whole lot of Joe Byer. A whole lot of Joe Byer. To the surprise of absolutely nobody. That he is up there with basically everything. So we know that we have a fantastic lineup. But we also know after winning, almost 180 games? No, over 180 games in the past 3 seasons, that the regular season doesn't mean a damn thing. And that this team needs to take that step in the playoffs. Needs to. I just desperately hope that they can. The question is at this stage, Ekman, Niedermeyer, Byer, Carlton, Legacy, our core 5, how well will they still perform? And can the likes of Suhonen, Fedorov, Teratukin, and Lundberg step up to that next level? Defensively, it's the same thing it was last year. We know it's good enough, but we'll see what happens. Whether or not we can make it.